want to talk about how fear is based on lack of knowledge. And when I say that, I don't mean that in a way to criticize anybody for having fear, because guess what? I think just about everybody has had fear, whether they want to admit it or not. And what I get really tired of is people who act like they're unbothered, like nothing ever bothers them, like they're never afraid. And they talk to you like you should just be this brave person. Like if you have some kind of fear that you're dealing with, some kind of worry or anxiety, some of these people, I'm talking about some of these people, regardless of what color they are, some of these people like talk to you in a way that you should not feel the way you feel, and you should think better, you should think bigger, you shouldn't be on that level of feelings or emotions, and you should be higher. What I find interesting is those people are terrible psychologists, and they need to quit whatever they're doing. They need to quit. Because if a person is expressing those kind of things, that means something is going on. And you can't tell them to ignore that they actually feel this way, because now you're just ignoring things that's going on with you. That's why people collect karma. Stuff like that. I'm really sick of people acting like fear just shouldn't happen. Fear does happen, and it's part of your range of emotions. Now, what you should do is overcome it, but you got to overcome it by knowledge, by getting knowledge, not just by not having it at all. I hate it when people say that. I really, really hate when people say that. Let me tell you something. The fact that people are stuck in this ego world, maybe they like hell. Do they like hell? I don't. I've been here too long. I've been here too long. So why are they still stuck here? Do they know where they are? Like, do they really know what realm they're in? And just to be clear, I mean, if they're in the realm where you have COVID and what's his name, Joe Biden, and all this different stuff going on, if you're in that kind of realm, it is not a good realm. It's not organic. It's false. It's false. So, okay, so you got these people telling you not to, unless they're counterfeit spirits themselves. You got these people telling you not to have fear or whatever, and I'm not advocating for anybody to have fear. What I'm saying is people need to address why they feel that way. What's going on? What do they need to study? What kind of knowledge? And you know, it ain't even always about studying. Sometimes fear is healthy. Sometimes fear is healthy. Hold on a second. Okay. Like if you are sitting somewhere, say if you don't like snakes, you see like a rattlesnake next to you, would you not probably scream or run for your damn life or something? You say, don't have fear. Well, see, that's what I don't like. See, some shit you just like, God dang, I got to get the hell away from that. You know what I mean? I even talked to a coworker years ago, and she said sometimes little fear, sometimes it's good to light a little fire under your behind to get you going, because sometimes if you're too comfortable, you just don't move at all. Okay, so I hate it when people say that. And you know what I don't like the most? And I don't want to use the word hate like that. I really do hate it. I don't mean to say it like that. I really don't care that much, but it's kind of bothersome because I know they fake. And that's what I'm getting to. Most of these people that say that, they're not fearless like that. They're not fearless like some of the Marines that you see. They're not fearless like that. So when they say that, they turn around and act like they all big and bad and like they unbothered. Ooh, sorry. That's my little tablet falling. Like they unbothered and they got everything all together. And then you turn around and see that they got problems. You turn around and you see that they are unaware that something's happening to them, and while they're telling somebody else not to be in fear, they are unaware that things are happening. And that's when this lady who used to be a co-worker, she retired now. This is when I was working in Alabama. This is when you get to sometimes a healthy dose of fear is probably good to maybe keep you on your toes. Sometimes you need to stay aware. So you don't want to get like sucked into fear too much, but sometimes it depends on how you use fear. Fear can be used in a way to make sure that shit don't happen. It ain't gotta be like, I'm scared. It ain't gotta be like that. It a little bit of anxiety. You see, people use things in different ways that help them. Like when it comes to studying for a test, Some people don't like to study ahead of time. Some people like to study the night before, and they say that's their best studying. You see what I'm saying? Everybody is different. But yeah, a lot of these folks that say don't have fear. A lot of times they tell us what somebody else not to do, but they are unaware that things are happening to them. Told you this one lady, she's on YouTube, and she is the one to talk about how you shouldn't have fear, you shouldn't have fear, you shouldn't have fear. And you shouldn't this and you shouldn't that, and nobody can hurt you, nobody can do anything to you, nobody can do this and that. Well, yeah, true enough, nobody can do anything to you once you are aware of who you are. But when you are unaware of who you are and you are unaware of your power, yeah, people probably can hurt you because you are unaware. They probably can hurt you. I hate when people act like nobody can hurt you if you don't want them to. That's a fucking lie. Do you know how many people were sacrificed, died, kidnapped, killed, raped, and they didn't see it coming and they didn't allow it. They didn't know it was coming. They didn't know it was in their energy field. They don't understand that stuff. And even when you do all the kind of work on yourself, you never know what the hell is going to happen unless you are truly tapped into every single detail. So that's not true. That say if you say people can't do what you don't allow, then I mean everybody who has have dealt with murder, has been murdered, who's been kidnapped, that means they allowed that to happen. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. Okay? Some people, their fear might be for a good reason. Their fear might be for a good reason. Okay? So, yeah, and it's because, you know, a lot of times they are unaware of self. They are unaware of self. When you deal with fear, you're still in the lower self. So you're unaware of your whole self. You know? And that's just about everybody. But, you know, yeah, that's why I just wanted to say that. Because fear is a part of the whole range of emotions that people experience. So what it is that you get a lot of people because of this love and light with Christianity and all of this love and light type of stuff and New Age type of stuff going on. You got people that act like you should never experience the other range of emotions that's not so popular. And that you should only feel the happiness and joy and gratitude and all that stuff. You should only, and love, you should only feel that. But when it comes to anxiety, depression, fear, you should not have that. I don't like people like that because they're telling you that whatever you experience in life, just get over it and don't feel nothing. I don't like people like that. And people do have fear. Why do people keep acting like fear is not real? Fear is real when you are unaware of if you're unaware of the truth. A lot of times people, including myself, you have fear because you don't know the truth. You don't know the truth. Okay? So yeah, I just want to say that. And another thing I want to say, some of these people, especially when they get into magic and stuff like that, and the black magic and all that stuff and doing stuff to you. I get it, say, well, they can't hurt you if you don't believe in that stuff. They can't hurt you if you don't want them to hurt you. That's also a lie. There's been so many children that have been sacrificed and killed, and all they do is play in a doggone backyard or something. Next thing you know, they ass dead. They've been sacrificed. You see people, their family members done got into stuff, and stuff happened to them. They done got killed. They are completely unaware that there could have been some work done on them. So they did not necessarily welcome it. Maybe they welcomed it, unaware that they welcome it because they didn't know to protect themselves. But see, that's what I'm talking about right there. So you have a person that says, nothing can happen to you that you don't want to happen. But the person that say that, they know how to protect themselves spiritually. They know how to connect with their ancestors. They know how to connect with their spirit guides. So you can't tell somebody else. It's not right. Let me say, it's not right to tell somebody else who don't know how to do all that stuff. And don't know how to protect themselves, don't know how to protect their energy. To me, I just don't think it's right to tell somebody who don't know how to do those things, tell them not to have fear. Well, they have fear because they don't really know how to protect themselves that well. Okay? And so the person that said that do know how to protect themselves, and they about their life. So you about that life, and you say that assuming that everybody else is about that life too, and they're not. But I'm going to tell you about that doggone awareness, though. I said it was a YouTuber that they talk about they not gonna claim it. I know you don't want to claim stuff. I get that. You don't want to just be claiming everything. You know, you don't want to claim. But the thing is, you gotta still be aware of what's happening. Be aware. You ain't gotta claim it and let it just sink into you and sink deep into you to just mess with your mind too much. But you just gotta be aware, because a person that talks like that, that's always one that's like, you always gotta just be positive and don't. I literally saw that their soul is not there. Like, their soul is not there. And it was there like a year prior, and it's not there now. And so they are not even aware that something has happened to them or somebody might have done something. They're not aware. This is what I'm talking about. You're not aware. You ain't got to be afraid to be aware. But anyway, that's it, and I'll talk later.